Good day, Sir Elias.
Oh, Cinderella, I'm so glad you're here. I was just talking to these lovely little princesses and dashing knights, and well, we were all hoping you might stay and share a story.
A story? Is that what you'd all like to hear?
Yes!
Oh my goodness, I would love to. Would you all like to help me tell my story?
Yes!
Oh, how wonderful. All right, now all of my favorite stories begin with once upon a time. So on the count of 3, we're all going to say it together really loudly. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Once upon a time...
I didn't always wear a beautiful ball gown like this. I used to dress in rags and spend all my time cleaning and caring for my stepmother and my 2 stepsisters. Now we lived in a very large house. From top to bottom, bottom to top, I would scrub the floors, I would wash the windows, and I would clear the fireplace so they all shined. It was very hard work. And more often than not, I was covered from head to toe in soot and cinders. And that's actually how I got my name, Cinderella.
Oh!
Oh, now my stepsisters, they weren't very nice. In fact, they were quite mean. The first one was named...
Anastasia, not a very pleasant person at all. Cinderella, clean my room.
Oh dear, and the other was named...
Gisela, Cinderella.
Where's my breakfast? I want my breakfast right now.
They were very hard to please. No, I'm sure none of you ever act like that, do you?
No.
Well, one day, an invitation came to the house. Oh, but it wasn't just any invitation. It was sent by the king himself.
By royal proclamation, every eligible maiden is to attend a royal ball in honor of the prince.
Oh, how I dreamed to go to a royal ball and to dance with the prince and to fall in love. And I had asked my stepmother, and she told me I could go if I had a nice enough dress to wear and if I had finished all of my chores. So right away, I began to clean.
And while Cinderella worked, all of the little bird and mice went up to sew and finish up her ball
Oh,
gown.
that's right. They were also kind and thoughtful.
Oh, but when those jealous stepsisters saw how beautiful Cinderella looked, they tore her dress and they broke her necklace off.
Oh dear, well I tried not to be disappointed as I watched my stepsisters go off to the ball without me. Oh, but it just seemed like my dreams would never come true. So I ran out into the garden and I began to cry and cry and cry.
Oh, but that's when something very strange began to happen. The stars began to shimmer and dance, and soon a voice said,
Dry those tears. You can't go to the ball looking like that.
and who was it that showed up? Who was it? The fairy godmother.
That's right, it was my fairy godmother, and she had reminded me to never give up on my dreams. And just then, she pulled out her magic wand.
Now let's see, what were those magical words? Does anybody remember?
Oh, yes.
That's right, they remember. Bippity-boppity-boo. And with a magical wave of her wand, she turned an ordinary pumpkin into what? That's right, a splendid coach. And then she turned my 4 mice friends into 4 elegant white... horses. Oh, but my dress. I couldn't possibly go to the ball looking like that. And with another wave of her wand, she turned my tattered rags into the most beautiful ball gown.
Oh, and on Cinderella's feet, what magically appeared? What was there? Glass slippers.
That's right, beautiful and delicate glass slippers that I had never seen before. At last, I was all ready to go to the ball, but Fairy Godmother reminded me that the magic could not last forever, and at the stroke of, what time? What time?
What time?
At midnight or 12, everything would turn back to how it was before. Oh, but for now, it was like a dream come true. As I pulled up to the palace, everything was so magnificent, and as I entered the grand ballroom and I looked around, oh, I could hardly believe how beautiful everything was.
And as Cinderella entered the ballroom, the prince looked up, and he could hardly believe how beautiful she was.
And as I turned around, the most handsome prince bowed to me. And he took my hand. He was so charming.
And without knowing her name, the prince asked Cinderella to dance. So this is love. So this is love. So this is what makes life divine. I'm all aglow, and now I know the key to all heaven is mine.
Thank you. Oh, the prince and I twirled around the grand ballroom the whole entire evening. And as the hours passed, we fell in love. And I was enjoying myself so much that I had completely lost track of time. And that's when I heard it.
Oh my goodness, it was the sound of the clock. Let's all make the sound of the clock together. Ready? Boom.
It was the clock striking midnight.
Boom.
I had to leave right away before the spell would be broken.
Boom.
My beautiful dress would turn back into rags.
Boom.
So I said goodbye to my prince and I left.
Boom. No, wait, please.
I heard him calling out for me.
Boom. Come
Oh, but
back.
I couldn't stop.
Boom. Wait, please wait.
I fled down the stairs of the palace. On the way, I left one glass slipper.
Boom. Wait.
But I had to leave it behind.
Boom.
I couldn't go back for it.
Boom.
I raced all the way to the carriage, raced all the way home.
Boom.
Just at the stroke of midnight, the spell had ended.
Oh my goodness, and the splendid coach had turned back into what? A pumpkin. And the four elegant white horses, they turned back into teeny tiny little mice.
Right, oh, and my dress. It was gone. I was back in my tattered rags, just as before.
But that's when the little mice turned to Cinderella and they said, Cinderella, looky, looky. And what was still there on her foot?
What was there?
What was there?
That's right. Fairy Godmother left me with one glass slipper as a magical keepsake from the evening, and I had thanked her with all of my heart.
Well, the next day, the prince announced he wanted to marry the young girl who had lost the shoe. So he sent the Grand Duke out to every house in the kingdom to see if he could find the maiden whose foot fit the tiny glass slipper. Look at that I have it right here. Can I try it right here? Right here? Oh my goodness. It doesn't fit. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, well, you are all just about the most beautiful princesses, but that doesn't fit. Well, as you can all see, it's a very special shoe. And it's only going to fit one very special girl. Oh, it'll fit. Oh, it didn't fit you either. My goodness. But soon the jealous stepmother began to realize that Cinderella was the girl the prince was looking for. So she locked Cinderella in her room.
Dear, but just in time. Remember my little mice friends? They had found the key. And they unlocked the door, and I called out, please wait, your grace. May I try it on?
And just as the Grand Duke was turning to try the shoe on Cinderella, the stepmother tripped him, and he dropped the shoe, and it broke into a million pieces. Oh dear, I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Because remember, I still had the other one. And as I slipped it on, everyone could see it was a perfect fit. So then I went back to the palace to meet my charming prince.
Well, the prince was so overjoyed to see Cinderella that he asked her to marry him.
When of course I said yes. The prince and I were married in the most beautiful ceremony at the palace. Even my little mice friends were there. I had finally found true love, and all of my dreams had come true. And of course, we had all lived
Happily ever after! Yay! Thank you, Cinderella. Let's all wave goodbye to Cinderella. Goodbye, Cinderella. Thank you. My goodness, that was so much fun. Well, we hope that you decide to spend more time with us. We are going to have more stories and coronations throughout the day here at the Disney Princess Fantasy Fair. Bye-bye.